we can't all be the object of someone's jealousy if nobody is jealous. That makes no sense. I honestly really liked the jealous friend video. It resonated with me, not that I'm a super jealous person, but it resonated with me because she was able to self-reflect and act upon that reflection to remove this negative emotion that she was feeling. And I think a lot of people are uncomfortable when, we are discussing negative emotions that are very common on a day-to-day basis, and they don't ever want to admit feeling these emotions because it makes them feel vulnerable, perhaps. This girl deserves, honestly, an applause for being able to self-reflect, address it, work on it, and not just that, also to voice it on the internet for other people to connect to. And y'all completely missed the mark. Oh my god. You guys, over your heads completely. It's really disappointing to see, I think. I thought her video was very earnest, very honest, very raw and real. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit to being the perpetrator of negative emotions. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, people are jealous of me, people are jealous of me, people want to talk about jealousy, people want to talk about hatred, people want to talk about envy, all these negative emotions, but no one ever wants to admit to being the perpetrator, like she has. Jealousy is a completely normal emotion, I feel like. It's a normal day-to-day emotion even. Just like you feel happy some days and you don't some days. You look on the internet, you see people having more than what you have, you feel like, oh, I wish I had that. That's jealousy. But you're not angry about it, you know what I mean? You're not stewing in that. It's a fleeting moment. And that is normal. It's also normal for it to be bigger than a little moment. And she talked about her friend that she was jealous of, and she made it very clear that this friend was born in a more privileged standpoint in terms of, I think it was mainly financials. This friend was born into a privileged position in life. And the reality of life is that it's basically like the lottery. You might be born in a really bad situation and you might be born in a really good situation. It's completely normal to see people in better situations than you wishing you were in that situation, wishing that you had what they had, because it's not as if they worked for it. No, their parents or whoever put in the work and they were just fortunate enough to be born into that family, and you wish that was you, and that is normal. That's normal and it's okay. Where it becomes not okay is when you stew and really live in that and let it fester into something negative and mean, something bad, something that exudes out of you to the point that you don't even realize it, and you're treating this person bad. You're angry about it. That's when jealousy turns into, something ugly. Turns into envy. I feel as though jealousy and envy, I feel like envy is the big sister of jealousy, if that makes any type of sense. It's deeper and it's not surface level, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, there's this morality war that I keep seeing in the comments and people making their hot takes about this situation, trying to act as if they're truly above this, they are above jealousy. Whole time, it's actually a human emotion. It's a normal human emotion. You're actually not above it, by the way. You're just not. You might not be someone who lives in their jealousy. You might be someone who takes inspiration from their jealousy and does better for themselves, but that does not mean that you have never experienced jealousy. You have. You very much have. There's also the mindset of being content with what you have. That is preached and hammered into you growing up, or at least it wasn't to me. Being content with what you have, being content with what you have. And feeling jealousy is shunned, it's taboo, when it's really a normal thing. You can be content with what you have and still want more. You can be content with what you have and still aspire to have more. And that's why I feel like jealousy, honestly, is not that bad of a thing, because if you see someone doing better than you or having something better than what you have, you can take that and use it as fuel to get yourself up to where you want to be. Maybe it's, oh, your friend has a better car than you and you feel a type of way. Okay, take that, let it empower you to work better, to save harder, and go get yourself a better car. People are taking this girl's self-reflection and admission as something else and throwing it back at her, and it's so like, I just don't understand why we're doing that, to be honest. I thought her take was beautiful. I thought her take was great. It was honestly very refreshing to see, because oftentimes you see people come on the internet and tell their little stories, you know, story time about this and that, whatever, and they almost never like admit any fault. They never even like give the possibility of, oh, maybe they did something wrong in a situation. No one ever comes on the internet honest enough to admit where they went wrong like she did. It's not something that you see on a regular, and I think when I first saw the video, I didn't think it would spark this much debate, to be honest. Oh my gosh. But when I first saw it, I was like, wow. Like, she said, let's talk about jealousy. I said, okay. And then she said, from the perspective of the jealous friend. I said, oh, I'm sad. I'm listening. And y'all were not listening, because I'm literally scrolling through the comments and somebody's talking about, oh, she didn't work to be a lawyer. I find that hard to believe. Hey, so if you actually just listen for 2 seconds, the girl literally said, this is an example. It's a bad example, but roll with it. But okay, guys, you got it. Like, what, guys? I don't know. I think we need to get back to community, get back to giving people grace, get back to self-reflection. So I think even if you didn't agree with her take, I think a lot of people could have voiced it better than they did, based off what I saw at least. It's really not like a crazy thing. Jealousy can be a very bad thing, and jealousy can be a very good thing. And it can also just be, it's a normal thing. It could also just be, you know, whatever. It's what you do with it that matters. It's what you do with your jealousy that matters. And she recognized her jealousy, she addressed it, and she removed herself from the proximity to that friend, because she knew that it would brew and fester into something else. And I think that in itself is maturity. That in itself needs to be recognized as something good, as self-growth even. A lot of people don't have the courage to do that. A lot of people don't even have the courage to admit that they are the jealous friend, let alone address it, take care of it, remove themselves. No, people will rather deny, and let it build into something it's not, or something it didn't need to be,